What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB 20 video. In this one, we are going to be going over 7 new features that we already know of for MLB The Show 20. These are all things that we already know for sure, and a little bit of speculation towards the latter half of this video. Now, today we are 60 days from the early access of MLB 20, which you can acquire, I believe, through just bare minimum pre-ordering through PlayStation, and otherwise, if you get any of the special editions, you know, the $60, the $100, you're going to be able to get it as well. And then beta invites should be going out tonight as well. There is an STS live stream, twitch.tv/Sony San Diego Studio. That will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure and check that out. They're also going to give a little bit more information, so if there is anything important, I will make another video. But that's enough rambling on. Yeah, as always, make sure to leave a like down below. If you guys enjoy, at least subscribe if you're new. Let's get right on into it. The first thing I want to talk about is probably going to be the most interesting thing that we talk about in this whole video. Now, this is going to be the last game on the 8th generation consoles, that being the PlayStation 4, and then starting in MLB The Show 2021, we're going to be seeing it on the PlayStation 5 and then 2 new platforms that we know for sure, the Xbox and the Nintendo Switch, possibly PC as well. So you're probably thinking, what's the point? Why did you bring this up? It's because this is the time where you maximize the hardware's capability on the PlayStation 4, and that got me thinking. I went and found this old article from GotGame.com, link in the description. Short read, good read, really highly recommend that you go ahead and take a look at it for yourself. And I pulled a couple, segments from this. This was an interview of Ramon Russell. Of course, a lot of you probably know who he is. He's the community manager at San Diego Studio, the maker of MLB The Show, and he had this to say. So they were talking about, of course, this was written in 2014, the first year MLB The Show came to the PlayStation 4, MLB 14 The Show, and he said this: it took us about 6 years to get mature on the PlayStation 3, and it'll probably take the same amount of time on the PlayStation 4. But all things that we couldn't do on the PlayStation 3 that we wanted to do, like create a stadium and things like that, will eventually be able to do on the PlayStation 4. Now, of course, you're probably thinking, it's 2020. This article was written in 2014. 6 years have passed and still no create a stadium has came to MLB The Show. Is it going to come? I think there's a possibility. This could have been just a case of them just really thinking this would be a possibility, and in hindsight, being 2020, they found out they can't really do it. It's going to be too taxing on the PlayStation 4's hardware, and they know it's a big technological jump from the PS4 to PS5. If you don't know much about tech, it is going to be huge, a big upgrade right there, even from the PS4 Pro. And I think there's a shot that we see at least part of Create a Stadium this year. Something like maybe having billboards, or just being able to customize something, not take the dimensions into your own hands and be able to play with that, which is its own issue, especially if this was online. You can't make 100 foot and then extend to 600 foot and make it mega polo grounds. That would just be ridiculous. I think this is something that will come to franchise first, where you can change what the billboards look like, you can change what the Jumbotron looks like, something like that. Not messing with the dimensions, at least at first. Have a couple presets. Like I said, this is not confirmed, but I do think it's possible. If you look at 2K, they have the building blocks, they have the stepping stones, they have one right there. It's not the same. It's indoors. It is fixed dimensions. It's not like an MLB stadium where everyone is always different. There's always something unique about it. It's gonna take some work. I think we'll see something in 2020, MLB The Show 20. I really hope so. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think about this article. Like I said, it is in the description. Once again, highly recommend that you go and check a look out at it for yourself. Next up, new Diamond variety packs within Diamond Dynasty. Now, first off, this is not the same thing as choice packs, because there's choice packs listed and there's also the variety pack listed. So this is something completely new that we haven't seen before. And I'll be honest, it kind of stumped me. I don't really know what this could be. The only thing I can think of is, you know how a choice pack in Diamond Dynasty, you'll have 30 finest players, go ahead and choose which one you want. Pretty straightforward. That's also something that they kind of have in Madden. Maybe it'll be like you choose the pack in a way, something like that. The best thing that I could think of is, remember back in MLB 16 The Show, that's the last time they had this. They had 3 different three different standard packs: the standard, the position player, and the pitcher. Maybe it'll be something like that where they have different variations of a pack that have something else unique in them, or you have a better odd at this, better odd at that. Maybe it'll be something like that. I really don't know. Again, let me know down below in the comment section, because this really stumped me. But once again, it is not a choice pack. It's different, unless they just put it on there for no reason to have the same name and it's the same exact pack as a choice pack. I don't really know. It says it's different. I would assume it's different, and it's going to be a new feature in Diamond Dynasty. March to October, it's getting some upgrades. Of course, that was the new game mode introduced in MLB The Show 19, and what they're going to be doing there is they're going to have front office moves, so you're going to be able to more so control the minor leagues. If you want to bring somebody up, you're going to be able to do so. If you want to make a trade towards the middle of the season around the deadline to really bolster your odds at making the playoffs, you're going to be able to do that. Also, new player development is going to be in there as well, which is a big thing I'll touch on in a second. And also kind of fix your experience. So maybe they're going to kind of make it more, it says it's going to be more flexible. Possibly you can choose more so what you want to do, what you want to play, which is weird because it already is a critical situation game mode where you don't play 162. I don't know how much I love this, because it seems like, and there is one thing I'm going to talk about franchise, but it's not a whole lot, nothing brand new that we know of really. I think they're kind of trying to replace franchise with March to October, which I don't love, because some people like the shortened season. Some people are fine with that. Some people don't. Some people want to play 162. Some people want to have full control. They want to scout. They want to draft. They want to do all those things. I hope they don't leave franchise in the dust, but it kind of seems the last couple of years that that is what they're leaning to. Now, the player development is good on all fronts. I hope this is going to be majorly improved. Player development sucks right now. Perfect example, Nelson Cruz always has a monster 2019. Whenever I do a franchise, you have an OPS of 950, hit 40 home runs. He's never signed in 2020, because just because he's old, he's 40, they don't put into account that some players are still good. Some players age like a fine wine, like Verlander. In a year's time, he's like an 80 overall or lower. Mookie Betts, I saw Healy was putting a screenshot on Twitter. I think he was 32 at the time. He was coming off 2 good seasons. He was down to an 80 overall in the minor leagues because the development works like that. The regression system is really, really flawed. I hope they work on that in MLB The Show 20. That'd be great for March to October and franchise. New ways to play with friends. That's the tagline. They didn't say anything more. That's all they said. Now, there's a couple things this could mean. It could mean online franchises coming back. That would be something that a lot of people would enjoy. I know there's a whole lot of arguments. Some people say nobody played it, it helped the servers. Some people say I really enjoyed it, and I'm really pissed off that it's gone. That's the whole reason I bought MLB The Show. Possibly it could be meeting that. Part 2, it could be something like a battle royale with friends. This is something that I've wanted for quite some time. Of course, this would not be, the regular flawless rewards. It'll be more like a fun thing, play with friends. It's not going to count for stats. But if you want to draft teams and play with one of your friends, it's going to be something fun like that. It does say ways, so it could be more than one. It could be something like Madden, where you have connected careers, where in Road to the Show, you have kind of your whole system right there, and you can be in a league with some of your friends, and you can try to compete for MVPs. One of you can be on the Dodgers, one can be on the Phillies, and see who wins MVP. Or it could be a park-style game mode. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's a possibility. Those are four things. I really suck at giving numbers on my hands. I'm sorry. It seems like I have arthritis or something. But those are 4 things that I could definitely see being a possibility. Like I said, the My Park game mode, I've talked about that before. It's going to take a lot. I doubt they're going to put it on PlayStation 4. It'd probably be a PlayStation 5 kind of thing. I think the first 3 I listed are much more realistic. I don't really know what it could be. Like I said, that's all they list is new ways to play with friends. Those are some options. Those are what I think it realistically could be. Number 5 is going to be greater customization. This is something that we usually see, except this time I really think I might know what it's going to be, and that's going to be with franchise. Now, if you don't know, Diamond Dynasty has a perfect create a team system. You can make the logo, you can make the uniforms, and have those different aspects creating a franchise. I've always wondered, why don't they just take that asset and put it into franchise? It should be so seamless and would really help out, possibly leading to expansion. eventually leading to create a stadium like we were talking about before. I think that's what they're talking about. As far as Diamond Dynasty goes, there's not a whole lot more customization that you really could have there. I think this year we're going to start to see you being able to create uniforms, being able to create a logo. Maybe that's just going to be refranchising of a team, which I think is probably more likely. I don't know if they're going to have a create a team aspect, you know, making an expansion league, having, you know, 2 more teams. There's always been talk about having a team in Montreal, having a team in, you know, Vegas, possibly something like that. I think it's probably going to be just importing those assets from Diamond Dynasty, putting them into franchise so you can refranchise. If you want the Cubs to wear purple for some reason, you're going to be able to do that. More competitive play in tournaments is going to be found in MLB The Show 20 as well. This is something they've really started to kind of put a focus on. They had the Fall Cup earlier in the year this season, and now they're also doing the New Year's Cup right now. And it's pretty clear that this is a trial run. This isn't really what they hope that it's going to end out to be, because, for example, the New Year's Cup, they gave a day notice of sign up before the actual qualifiers started. A lot of people were not very happy about that. It's pretty clear they wanted to fit in one more. They had the Fall Cup, which had some kinks in it, didn't work the best, and they tried to fine-tune it a bit. So all in all, it's going to be a lot better for MLB The Show 20, and then once again leading up to the new consoles. A lot of MLB 20 is going to be stepping stones into really broadening, widening the audience of MLB The Show. So more competitive play, more tournaments. This is obviously going to be a thing there. Some people might not care if you're more of a casual player. Some people want to play for play pool play, try to win some money at MLB The Show if you're real good. It's going to be another option, another opportunity for you, so make sure and stay on the lookout for that for MLB The Show 20. And then finally, quite simply, there is a beta aspect. This is the first beta we're ever going to see for MLB The Show. Previously, we've seen alphas. The difference between the two, alphas come a little bit earlier. For example, we'd already be playing the alpha. We've already been done with the alpha at this point. The beta is going to come out tomorrow on the 14th, and it is going to extend, I think, about a week until the 20th. So the beta is going to be a little bit further on. Part 2 to this one, this is the earliest release in 6 years, ever since MLB The Show 13. This is quite early. Early access starts on the 13th of March. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe we might see something different. You know, maybe it's a little bit more unfinished, or maybe they just took more development time from MLB 19 and put it into MLB 20, so it's a little bit further on the way. This is just another aspect to think about. You know, from what we see in the beta, we should be more further on from the past in the alpha, just due to the beta comes before the alpha. They've had more time to work on it, and we're closer to the release date than we ever have been before playing one of these trials. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be pretty fun. Like I said, live stream is going to be on twitch.tv/Sony San Diego Studio tonight. Invites should also start rolling out tonight, and then you can pre-download for the beta dropping tomorrow. Otherwise, you know, new legends are also going to be there as well. I've been doing a mini series on my channel talking about most wanted legends. I'll have a full playlist to that up in the top right hand corner and the description. Make sure and check that out if you have not, and let me know down below in the comment section what new legends you guys would like to see added to the MLB 20 roster. Then yeah, this is the last PS4 exclusive, so once again, it should be a pretty big year. I'm very excited for these next 2 years of MLB The Shows, having it be the last year leading up to multi-platform play. And then of course also mentioning once again, it said new ways to play. So when we talked about the play with friends, it could be more options with friends, or it could be another game mode, something like that. We don't really know. Hopefully we're going to learn something tonight within the beta, and then obviously once they do the full-fledged live streams talking about gameplay, Diamond Dynasty, deep dives into those, I'll of course be updating those then. But I wanted to make this video. This is pretty much a compilation, comprehensive list of everything you need to know for MLB The Show 20 so far. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to leave a like down below. Hope you guys are great today. There you go, Saudi.